Just as every skyscraper begins with a single foundation stone, so too does every infrastructure revolution begin with the right tools and visionary leadership. And my guest today on C-Suite Conversations is the very embodiment of that, marrying Japanese innovation with Indian ingenuity to craft a better tomorrow for us all. Hello and welcome to yet another episode where we'll be crafting with the faces and the minds of people who are shaping India's industries and our collective future. My guest today is Sandeep Singh, who's the MD of Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery. A joint venture between Tata Motors Limited and Hitachi Construction Machinery Company Limited, Tata Hitachi provides world-class construction equipment to address India's infrastructure and mining needs. Focused on developing global products to suit Indian working conditions, the organization's product lineup includes a wide range of excavators, from 2-ton to 800-ton excavators, backhoe loaders, wheel loaders, and 35-ton to 290-ton rigid dump trucks. Tata Hitachi has two plants at Dharwad in Karnataka and Kharagpur in West Bengal. The plants epitomize world-class manufacturing and state-of-the-art technology. Marksman Daily presents C-Suite Conversations. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of C-Suite Conversations. I'm here with Mr. Sandeep Singh, the MD of Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery. So, thank you for taking the time to be here with us today.
My pleasure, Karan.
Mr. Singh, you've had a very diverse career where you've dabbled in automobiles, tractors, construction machinery, just off the top of my head. How have you drawn from all of these diverse experiences when it comes to crafting the business strategy here at Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery?
Okay, so basically I'm an engineer, mechanical engineer.
Right.
And my love was always automobile. Anything which travels on wheels. As you know that from childhood you like all these things.
Yeah.
And so I have been in automobile industry most of my life. In between I went to construction equipment industry for some time, for 5 years. And that gave me a lot of inputs regarding this industry, construction equipment industry. I decided to join Tata Hitachi because I found the need and the portfolio, the product range very exciting to me.
Right.
And I was based in Thailand at that time.
Correct.
And I wanted to get back to India. But this organization products excited me a lot. So my experience in automobile has helped me a lot in adding value to Tata Hitachi, learning myself about this industry, and also building Tata Hitachi brand, relationship with the customer, the stakeholders. All that has worked very well in this organization. We have grown in our turnover, in our volume,
right,
over the last many years. And the most important thing is that we has developed Tata Hitachi as a very strong organization where we are taking care of our customers. Our employees are highly committed and passionate about the business, and they are putting in the best. So therefore, our attrition rate is quite low. Our customer retention is very good. So all that is helping us in building a very strong product base and brand as a Tata Hitachi in India.
Mr. Singh, you touched upon your time in Thailand, which I imagine you are referencing your time at Toyota, looking at their work across the Asia Pacific. They are known to be very passionate when it comes to looking at global sensibilities, being best in class, best practices. How do you marry that global sensibility of going for best practices with local needs and local requirements here on our own home turf?
So that was a very short stint of about 1.5 years. I was involved in strategic planning for Asia Pacific. I traveled across Southeast Asia. I used to go to Japan very often. That was from very beginning. But when I got into Tata Hitachi in India, I realized that we have to widen our vision. We need to look at not only domestic market and look at exports. And we also need to bring in advanced technology to India at a price which can be afforded by our customer. So therefore, localization of the product features and bringing new products to our country and making them export worthy, I found is very, very important. That's what I learned from there.
So you touched on localization as well, and clearly y'all have been big believers in that. Even before Atmanirbhar Bharat was big when it comes to India Inc., when it comes to policy push, the Kharagpur initiative is a well and truly an example of that. So perhaps you are best positioned to point out to me for India, what are the advantages when it comes to positioning India as a manufacturing hub globally, or conversely, what are the challenges then for India?
So, first of all, high localization in product comes from our learning or the transfer of knowledge from Tata Motors. As you know that we started our journey from Jamshedpur, and then opened plant in Dharwad and Kharagpur.
Correct.
And our large vendor base is located at Jamshedpur. And any product we adopt in India, we first look at customer requirement, how we can bring it at a competitive price, at a very good quality. And that is where localization has played very, very important role.
Right.
And I believe localization is very important for us in our country to, first of all, to improve the skill level of our people, generate more employment for our people. And the biggest strength what we have in our country is talent, engineers, who are very good in the engineering knowledge.
Yeah.
Our job is to hone that skill. And that is where the collaboration with Hitachi Construction Machinery and Tata Motors have played very, very important role. This is one of the longest JV in our country between Tata Motors and Hitachi Construction Machinery. Both the partners add value to each other, complement each other. Local talent, not only with us in our factory, but also with our vendors. And the aspiration to grow, these things play a very, very important role. I have seen the quality level, what we have developed with localization, are at par with our global level, which has been tested by Hitachi Construction Machinery. Wherever we found skill gap, we build on those skill gaps. We send a lot of young engineers to Japan for training. They come back and add value to operation. A lot of best practices we share, global best practices we share, which is the Japanese way of working with our engineers and across the organization. And continuous Kaizen, improvement is part of our culture.
Mr. Singh, over the course of your some 4 decades long career, I'm sure there have been some major leadership learnings for you. So what have those been, and how have you applied them here in your tenure at Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery and even beyond for that matter?
So the biggest thing I've learned in my life is to know your customer. Like we have that in any field, bank,
Yes.
we go anywhere, there's a KYC. Knowing your customer field is very, very important. Understanding their traits, their behavior, what are they looking for in your product is very important. And you also need to look at your strengths and weaknesses.
Of course.
Whether you can give that kind of product or services or features in your product. Whether you can meet customer requirement is very, very important. So what I learned over a period of my life, 3 things. The right machine at the right time or right product at the right time. Fix it first time. Do not have repeat failures in your products or in your actions. The third very important thing is quality is not what you produce. Quality is what you deliver, which is obviously what you produce.
Plus so much more.
How do you deliver it? How do you take care of your product? How do you sustain your relationship with customers? How do you take care of them over a period of time? And what is the life cycle cost of your product? Plays very, very important. And that is what I have learned.
Before I let you go, Mr. Singh, one last question. India has a major infrastructure push going on right now. So how do you envision the next decade or so unfolding for Tata Hitachi? Are there any strategic shifts in your mind when it comes to tapping into some opportunity or some trend that really catches your eye?
So first of all, India holds large potential for our products because a lot of emphasis on infrastructure development by Indian government. When we say infrastructure, not only road, it is ports, railways, irrigation, urban development, and the most important thing is mining. So we realized that we are mainly an excavator company, in some way catering to the limited segment of the market.
Got it.
But over the last few years, we have worked on our strength, what we have with our parent company, which is heavy line equipment in mining. We introduced good number of machines there. We are not very popular in wheeled equipments, whereas we have very good products. We have localized product. We developed new backhoe loader in India, and now we are making our presence felt in wheeled equipment. So we want to expand in different segments with quality products and quality service, and that is where we are very, very strong, and that is the kind of strategy we are working on.
Right. I hear you loud and clear, Singh Saab. Thank you so much for being here with us for this episode of C-Suite Conversations. It was lovely chatting with you.
My pleasure, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That then was my conversation with Mr. Sandeep Singh, who demonstrated what it takes to create machinery that transforms blueprints into reality and dreams into concrete achievements. I hope you found his story of purposeful innovation and leadership to be truly inspiring. I hope you enjoyed this episode of C-Suite Conversations, and I'll see you in the next one.